bet on myself. Okay, dream so big that they think I'm crazy. Let out the beast, no, they can't tame me. Don't play with me, better mind your business. I cannot stop now, I ain't finished. I'ma keep on going till I got.
Good morning, guys. It is Friday. We are just about a week past Power Surge, and I gotta say, starting to feel a little bit better about my performance. Earlier in the week, I was definitely feeling very down, a little depressed, unmotivated, but as the week's gone on, been able to kind of reflect on it a little bit better and just start to move past it. I think that's important to do, especially you're gonna have bad meets, bad days, bad months, bad years of training, and you just have to kind of deal with it, get over it, move on, learn from it. And that's what we're doing. So Power Surge is in the past. We're moving on to the next thing, which is official strongman games. We are sitting about 9 weeks out. We officially start the prep for it on Monday. Working with a strongman coach for that. Really excited to announce who that is in the next video. Don't know exactly what my training plan is going to look like. Around that, I'm going to kind of build what my powerlifting training is going to be. Excited for that. Might kind of talk over what my plan is for bench, because that was the biggest issue with Chaos last year, or competing in strongman last year, was my bench dropped, and it still hasn't fully recovered. So got to figure that out. I think it's more so just my lower body and back got so much stronger and bigger that I can't carry as much weight in my pressing movement muscles. Hopefully I can, maximize that now that the next strongman or next powerlifting competition is going to be ABS Clash of Titans, and I'll be a 220 at that one. So hopefully with that higher weight class, I can get back up to the 600s and feel good about bench again. But yeah, so you guys just saw my first workout post Power Surge. Someone asked in the last video what my training looks like for the week after meet. Honestly, don't really have a plan for it. I just kind of go in, do what I feel like, and get out. If I'm feeling good post competition, I might push it a little bit heavier. If I'm not feeling good, if I'm feeling beat up, I try and do something. Yeah, I don't force it. I would very much recommend to people to try and do one squat, one bench, and one deadlift. Doesn't have to be hard. Just kind of get in, do some movements. If you want to take the whole week off, take the whole week off if you feel like you need it. We just hit a few singles. Did not know how heavy I was going to go on the log. 264 felt kind of bad. I didn't quite get the lockout as good as I would have liked, but I felt like I could go up a little bit more. And then 125 kilos, 275, something clicked on that rep where I felt like I figured out where to set the log on my chest, the groove for the lockout. That was the best feeling single I've ever hit on log, clean and press, and actually a strict press. I don't know why I strict pressed, just felt like it. We hit the 264 and then just made a couple more jumps. 295. I think that's the most I've ever hit strict overhead, at least strict with a log. So little PR already. Being able to kind of find that groove now has me feeling really good. It's something that I feel like I've been kind of close with like working with like Nadia, Nick Canby, and a few other big name strongmen that have kind of helped me along the way, giving me tips here and there. And it finally like kind of clicked for me. And I hope I can kind of keep that groove and really learn how to get the jerk motion or the like leg drive. So the event for OSG is log clean press with, there's a 280 log and a 310 log, where any reps on the 310 trump any number of reps done on the 280. So if like you get like 15 reps of the 280, which is like unrealistic, and someone gets one rep at 310, the person that got the 310 wins that event or is higher placing. I was really just kind of hoping like, all right, like I just want to be able to get one rep at 310. But based on how that 295 felt, I feel a lot better about it, and hoping maybe I can get a few reps and get some good points on that event. Really excited to get to work on the strongman prep, trying to kind of figure out the puzzle of keeping my bench strength as well. Moving past that workout, we are just about ready to head to Indianapolis. Gonna train at Indy City Barbell, part of an event with Andy and Julius Maddox at Steve Gentili's gym, Indy City Barbell. We're about to head out for that. We'll shoot as much content there as I can, and yeah, let's go.
Here's a sign of my crack.
Four. Five. Make some noise for this match. Come on. Six. Let's go, Jordan.
Yo, what's good, guys? We're back from Indianapolis. Loved the trip to Indy City Barbell. That gym is sick. That was my first time at the new location, so Indy City Barbell V2. Highly recommend checking it out. It's got everything you need for a powerlifter. Great environment and really good equipment. So if you guys are in that area, go ahead, check that out. Just wrapped up my first workout with the new coach, and I'm pretty winded right now, so you'll just have to kind of look past that. Might be breathing a little heavy during this wrap up of this past week, but yeah, I'm excited about it. Did just leg day, so no real strongman movements. Didn't feel like filming it, but I'll film something from this week for next week's video. Before we talk about the trip to Indy, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions you have for me in the comment section below. And as always, if you guys need help with your training, don't forget to check out Proven Strength app. Link for that, description below. Get access to 30 plus programs designed by Andy and myself, ranging from beginner, intermediate, advanced, 3, 4, 5 day programs, powerlifting, power building, bodybuilding style training, bench only, squat only. Usually my training is on there, which the latest one was the Power Surge peaking program. I probably won't do one for OSG prep just because I'm having a coach do that programming for me, and I don't want to, put his work on. Maybe in the future I'll do like a more strongman based program, but not for this prep. Yeah, go ahead, check that out. Also get added to our private Discord. We ask questions, get form checks, and talk about training. And if you guys are using the app, don't forget to tag myself and Proven Strength on Instagram. We're back in Madison. Pretty easy trip to Indianapolis. It's like 5-hour drive each way. Headed down Friday night, chilled, hung out with Andy and Steve. Went to the event on Saturday. My plan going into it was we each kind of picked a lift that we wanted to do. Andy was doing squats, Julius obviously bench, and then I was going to deadlift. I kind of joked that I was just going to do whatever Julius bench. Because my callus tear, I didn't want to do a regular deadlift bar or stiff bar. It actually worked out super well that for OSG, the event is an axle bar deadlift, and originally they announced it as 590 pounds for the 90 kilo class, which is incredibly light, I think. If you can't rep out, or if you can't do 590 for a single, I don't know if you're going to do well on the other events, and I don't know. I feel like everyone at this show should be able to hit 590 on an axle for at least one rep. I haven't confirmed it. Some people have told me that they're doing like a Trump style, kind of like the log, where they'll have the 590 or 595 pound axle, but then they're also going to do a 700 pound axle for my weight class, which I hope that's the weight, because that is kind of starting to get where I feel like I can rep that pretty well versus some of the other guys cannot. If I get like one rep at the 700, I'll beat anyone that tries the 590 for like 10 reps or something like that. Because I don't want to have to do 15 reps on deadlift. I decided I'm going to find my baseline for the 700 pound axle. The axle that I was using is a little bit thicker even than a normal axle that I'm going to be using. I believe a normal axle is like 1.5 inch diameter, maybe 2 inches, and this one was like 2 or 2.5. It was a solid like ½ inch thicker. Load that up with 700 pounds, basically 7 reps. The lockout on the 7th rep was a little bit dicey, but I think that's a really good spot to start the prep at. Hopefully I can, eke out a couple more reps throughout the next 9 weeks. Finish up with like 9, maybe even 10 would be cool. Like double digits with 700 pounds on an axle would be pretty awesome. I don't think too many people are going to go over like 4 or 5 reps. There's definitely going to be Nick O'Hare and Dan Benson, CJ Krause have the chance to do something crazy on that lift. There's definitely some other guys that are really solid deadlifters. I'll have to kind of do some scouting to see what people are hitting. I definitely like my odds on that event. That's definitely one event where I should gain a lot of points on, and I think that's a really good starting spot. I hit the axle bar deadlift. Andy, as you saw, he squatted. He went up to 804. He did a power bar. Not quite used to the whip. He was hoping to do a few reps at the 804, but on the way down, he was looking pretty good, and then he hit like the halfway point and it just started looking like me on a squat. I think he could have done a couple reps. He decided to rack it. It wasn't really worth it. And then Julius, he hit 705, crazy bench. I was pretty nervous about lifting off for him because there wasn't a liftoff or a spotter platform, which made the liftoff super awkward, and I hope I didn't fuck it up too bad. He said it was fine, but he might have just been being polite. So anyways, Loved the event. Love to do more events like that around the country. I'm excited to start the prep for OSG. Things are looking really good. Body weight staying like 217. I think I want to lose like maybe one or two more pounds, becoming around 215, 216, so I can make that cut just a little bit easier, maybe just be a little bit more like athletic. I feel like once I get above like 220, I start feeling a little bit lethargic and just can't move quite as well, and breathing becomes a little bit more difficult. Gonna try and get a little bit leaner, hopefully win that title of World's Strongest Man under 90 kilos. So we're gonna wrap it up there. Next week's video is going to be a little bit more strongman based, talk about who my new coach is, as well as kind of the differences between training for powerlifting and training for a strongman. So go ahead, check that out. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, check out Proven Strength app, and we'll catch you in the next video.
We get that fresh glaze on the D-Lo.